Okay, moving on. Now, next we have Eric Keating, CMO at Appcues. Eric, if you can hear me.
I can. Can you hear and see me?
Yes. Hello. You've added glasses since I saw you.
Yeah, I'm just running short on contacts right now, so I'm trying to preserve those for situations where I really need them and use blue light glasses in front of the screen more. So just trying to be a little bit more responsible.
That's right. Let me also do this.
There we go. Look at us.
Okay.
And we're smarter now. Like everybody thinks we're
Exactly.
smarter,
The
so
IQ
it's
just went
cool.
up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Eric, excited to hear your insights, and we'll catch up after.
Sounds great. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for joining. I don't really have a title for this talk, but what I am going to be talking about is getting market and customer insights while also getting value for the business in other ways. So specifically at Appcues, how we kind of pair content creation and insights gathering together. So I have a few examples of that. The first is not unlike what you've probably seen from PEP and a bunch of other organizations that are trying to do this well. We started a publication, if you will, called Product-Led Growth Collective. We started it many years ago. When I first joined Appcues in 2019, we saw the product-led wave starting to rise, but it was still super early. And we wanted to be, really close to that topic, both from a business perspective. So when people think about product-led growth, they think about Appcues because of our connection to that. We provide that solution for in-app communication and helps product-led businesses. But also, the other reason why we do that is because obviously we want to create value for our audience, right? So in content creation, in gathering insights and sharing them, you're creating value in the market. And ultimately that's good for the business too. So Product-Led Growth Collective, basically this concept of trying to give folks that were in product-led growth, they were mostly operators, leaders or, director level plus folks in marketing, growth, and product roles, talking about their daily challenges and things that they've seen work for them. A lot of folks are looking for others in product-led growth, especially back then, to kind of share stories with because it was so new. I'll pull up the site for a second so I can share what it looks like. Cool. So this is the Product-Led Growth Collective, right? And what we did was in the beginning, it was maybe every week. It ultimately went to about every 2 weeks. I would set up a call with somebody in, like I said, like a director plus role in product growth, marketing departments in companies that were in our ICP, right? So mostly like mid-market SaaS companies. And I would talk to them. I'd do an interview. I'd talk to them for 45 minutes, an hour about a topic they were really passionate about, mostly firsthand experiences. I'd record that. We'd get the transcript. We'd turn that transcript into an article that we co-wrote with the guest and ultimately publish it in their name. And they were contributing to this collective. We were sharing valuable insights with our audience. And at the same time, I was learning a ton about what these folks are dealing with every day, right? I was spending 45 minutes to an hour asking detailed questions about their day-to-day, what challenges they were facing, what things were working for them, what they've learned from others in the space, et cetera. And then I was able to bring that back not only to our audience in the form of content, but to our organization in the form of insights about what's happening in the market, what challenges are our customers and potential customers facing, not just in the context of our product, but in the broader context of product-led growth in the market and everything that we're trying to do. So just an example of what one of those articles turned to look like. Right, so this one's with Brian Silverman from Suzy at the time. And this was about his experience running enterprise sales alongside product-led growth. Right. So great article, lots of insights in here. We did a bunch of these. I'm not doing it actively right now. I am talking to folks about on the same cadence, just not publishing it in the same context right now. So we'll start to see more of that soon. But that's number one. Number one is like be a journalist for your space. And I think I can probably stop sharing my screen now. So yeah, be a journalist in your space. Go out there and learn. Talk to people. And when you go and talk to people and ask questions about what they're dealing with, you're going to learn a ton about your ICP, and you're also going to create value for your ICP, right? So lots of great examples of that. That's the first one I wanted to start with. The second one is going a level deeper, right? So moving on from the qualitative discussions and bringing those high level insights, directional insights back to the org. The next is getting into data. So along the same lines, how can we both learn about our market and create value for our market? So this is an example. The next one is called our product-led experience report, which we put out last year. And we had some hypotheses based on these conversations I've been having in the market. We had some hypotheses about what challenges people were dealing with. We wanted to learn a little bit more. And to do that, we put together a survey on a topic of product-led experiences. And we put that survey out to pretty much every contact we have, right? So customers, non-customers, largely folks in SaaS, if they're in our contact base. We partnered with a couple of other organizations to expand reach a little bit. But we asked questions like, what company size are you, who do you sell to, et cetera. So some basic firmographic data. And then we asked them detailed questions about what was going on in their org, what challenges they were dealing with. So a lot of the similar types of questions that I was asking in these one-to-one conversations, but trying to get that data at scale, and then being able to use the firmographic data we collected up front to see if there are any patterns across different company sizes, who they're selling to, et cetera. Now, I mentioned we kind of had a hypothesis going into this, so we wanted to learn more about how teams were working together across functions, because I had heard that was a bit of a challenge, and thematically, there were lots of challenges in cross-functional collaboration, especially in dealing with product-led growth, because it does require so many different skill sets. So we asked a lot of questions about that. So we got the next level down on that problem. And from that, we published a report. I'll share this screen for a second. So we came up with this product-led experience report. We created a landing page where we're sharing a majority of the data. In general, what we're trying to do is not collect email addresses so much as get data, give data away and create value for the market, so that there's good sentiment about our brand and that we're top of mind when people think about this problem. Right? So we pretty much put all the data right on the landing page. We had quotes, et cetera. But this is the next level of detail on those problems I was identifying in the one-to-one communications. We are collecting some email addresses if people want to download the full report, but the vast majority of it's here. But again, here's an example of where we're learning a lot more about specific challenges people are facing related to cross-functional communication, the tech involved in that, et cetera. We're creating value for the market. We're attracting people to our brand, collecting email addresses. At the same time, we're learning a ton and informing our product roadmap internally. So the last example I'll share is we created a product-led growth maturity assessment. So also related to these problems, we realized that there are all different levels of maturity when it comes to product-led growth execution. And for a long time, it had been talked about being kind of, you're either product-led or you're not. It's this black or white exclusive club. But there are all different shapes and sizes of it, all different flavors. So we created this assessment because we knew people wanted to kind of see how they compare to their peers. So I forget how many questions it is exactly. I'll pull this one up now. This will be the last thing I share. So this assessment, you enter your email address, you answer something like 12, 15 questions, takes a few minutes to complete. They're multiple choice. And we spit out, an image, a radar chart, essentially, and a lot of other recommendations based on how you answer those questions. Now we are getting to the next level down on, we're asking them questions like, how are you doing this? Are you, doing X, Y, or Z? And based on those answers, we're able to spit out these results, right? So now we're able to see, across different types of businesses, what stage are they at? How are these problems that we identified in the one-to-one interviews, and then the survey connected back to individual companies? We're taking that individual data, putting it into Salesforce so we can run further analysis, and our CX and sales teams have that information to have more informed conversations. So again, I know I'm kind of at time here, so I'll just kind of wrap up by saying these are 3 ways we we were able to gain insights on our ICP and create value for our ICP through content. And I think there are a million other ways you could do this. Highly encourage you to think about ways that you can try to think of a better, kill two birds analogy. I'm sure there are lots of other modern analogies like that one, but that's what I'm going for. Pep, if you want to wrap up, let's do it.
Thank you very much. So a follow-up question, let's say the maturity model assessment. So they fill it out, they answer a bunch of questions. So are you gleaning insights about your ICPs in general? Like, oh, see, SMBs have this kind of problems, or how are you?
Yeah. So we can, when lots of people fill this out, and I don't know exactly how many responses we've had at this point, but triple, quadruple digits, I'm sure. We're getting information about, how they're doing specific. They're more about tactical execution, these questions. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to go into it, but it's kind of the next level down from, okay, we're talking about collaboration with the survey. What are the tech challenges? Are you able to get this data, that data? In the assessment, we're asking more questions like, are you running a pure product-led motion? Are you running product-led sales alongside it? Do you have an enterprise sales motion? And so on the individual company basis, but then in aggregate, we're able to see some trends around those topics as well. Yeah.
And then are you translating those into marketing campaigns, or how are you using that?
So today, we're still kind of figuring out how we can use it more. But today we are at a minimum using it to inform whenever a salesperson does end up talking to somebody who has taken the assessment. We don't use it as a lead magnet, but just when people fill it out that are already leads or customers, the CX team, sales team are using that to inform their conversations with them. We do some level of personalization based on their answers. We recommend specific content to go consume that we've created based on what your answers are. But yeah, there's a lot more we can do. We're still in the early stages of that.
Okay. Are you also using it for, let's say, kind of a lukewarm outbounding? Like somebody fills it out, now you know their problems, and then your BDR calls, hey, you have these problems, right?
Yeah, we don't operate that way internally right now. Because we've always been generous with content and not gated it. We've never sent content leads to our sales team ever. That's not the point. But we do love when people who request trials, active trialers, customers, et cetera, engage with content, because that helps us both in marketing and in these one-to-one engagements have much more relevant conversations.
Right on. Awesome. Eric, thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Pat. Take care.
See you later. Everybody give Eric a follow on LinkedIn. And we'll see Eric on the internet.